Hey, welcome back. Or, if you don't know me, I'm FinFrame, trying to grow a faceless YouTube channel from scratch. So I finally posted my very first faceless YouTube video as FinFrame. I thought I'd feel relieved, and I did, but it came with more emotions than I expected. A mix of excitement, nerves, and that weird moment of, okay, it's really out there now. Turns out, there's a lot no one tells you about what happens after you hit publish, even before the numbers start rolling in. Here's what I learned from actually uploading. About a week and a half before uploading, I started thinking seriously about the concept of uploading videos. I was doing niche research, watching tutorials, planning ideas. I actually put my other channel on hold because I wanted to learn how this worked. And this channel felt like the right place to test things out. I started scripting and editing about 5 days before uploading, and let's just say, things didn't exactly go smoothly. Getting the voiceover right took way more effort than I expected. I kept running into tiny inconsistencies in tone that made everything feel slightly off. Editing took longer too, not because it was super hard, but because I was still figuring out how everything works. By the time the video was done, I felt two things at once. Part of me hoped it would take off. The other part was already bracing for silence. And in those first few hours, not much happened. I refreshed YouTube Studio constantly, like every few minutes, and I realized most of the early views were probably just me. Still, I learned something valuable right away. For example, my thumbnail text wasn't readable enough, so I re-uploaded it with a bold black outline, and that tiny change already felt like progress. It made me realize you only see certain details once it's live. I also learned that uploading requires more discipline than I expected. I planned to post earlier, but I kept procrastinating and hitting roadblocks when it came to editing. I spent way too much time on small details, while I figured out less could be more. It was a weird mix of excitement and overwhelm, but eventually I pushed through and posted. And honestly, that was the biggest win. After one upload, I already felt more confident editing. I also learned that if I want this to be sustainable, I need a routine. Right now, I edit at random moments, often during time I should be relaxing. I want to change that and treat this more like a creative system, not a late-night grind. If I could talk to my past self, or maybe to you if you haven't posted your first video yet, I'd say, start. Even if it's messy, even if you're not ready, it's never too late to begin something you enjoy. Even if you don't blow up, you'll build skills you wouldn't have otherwise. You'll grow, you'll learn. And honestly, that alone makes it worth it. If you've ever uploaded your first video, or you're thinking about it, let me know your experience or tips in the comments. I read everything, and I'm learning as I go. Also, tomorrow I'll be posting my full 1 week of Faceless YouTube recap, with results, stats, and more. So hit like and subscribe if you're curious how this unfolds, and I'll see you soon.